Hey, I know my glasses don't match, but I just grabbed the first one smoking. Can y'all see me? I just grabbed the first glasses smoking. Yeah, y'all want to see my shades? I think these are so cool. I got these from China. Aren't they delicious? Aren't they delicious? I just love them. It's my first time wearing them. I've had them for like about a month now. I ordered them off of TikTok. Guess how much? $7. That's it. TikTok is beating Amazon for sure. I don't ordered a bunch of stuff off of TikTok. They prices is so much cheaper. And the quality is pretty good. Hey, Rosie. Hello to everybody. Hello, Precious. Hello, Sister Shelley. Hi, Estella. Hi, Lachelle. What's up, Marcus? Hello, Shanice. Chosen Jewel. Hi, Miss Baker. Hi, Linda. Hi, R. Brown. JD. I can't say that name. What up, pretty girl, Jocelyn? Who was that? Ambitious something. Hi, Ruby. I got you, Rose. Hi, Karen. Claus. What up, little sis Serena? Hey, Apostle Solomon said he saw her getting a well, he said, do you need a laptop or a computer? And she said, yeah. And then he said, well, I see you getting a laptop. God is going to touch someone's heart to give you money to get one because you really need one, and it's going to be black. So while on the live, about 15 minutes later, because I started prophesying to her too, and the Lord said, give her the money to get her a laptop. I'm like, okay. Right. So I told her, do you know she got a laptop and it's black? Apostle something and it's black. Are you going to? No, I don't have really anything to say about crypto. I mean, on my TikTok live Saturday, I spoke about it. Toward when the apostle had, wait, did I talk about it? Oh, no. While the apostle was on there, he prophesied to somebody. And then when he finished, I saw the person getting a lot of money through an investment. And I saw crypto and stock. And I said, which one you're in? He said, both. I said, oh, you're going to be real happy soon. The Lord didn't say when. And then I started talking about, the Lord started downloading in me stuff about crypto on that TikTok. So it's not the TikTok I did Sunday. It's the one I did Saturday. So go listen to it on YouTube. Much love to you too. Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Hey. You the real deal. Thank you, Marcus. Yeah, he was prophesying to me too. I know some of y'all heard it because y'all was on there. It was like 1,500 people on there. And I think 1,000 done listen to it on here. Right. So he's a good man of God. It's so refreshing to find good men of God. Like out of about 10 men on there, I found 7, and out of 5 women, I found 3 on there. So I connected with Apostle and two other ones, and they all invited me to come to Africa. So now we know how I'm gonna get to Africa. Because remember, I used to have dreams of going to Africa and seeing myself preaching among thousands of people, and then some of y'all had the dreams too, and we used to wonder how. So now, because Apostle Solomon, he want me to come there before I go home. I'm like, nah. I mean, if God send me there before I go home, fine. But and remember how I kept telling you I wanted to help orphanages over there and stuff? So all of them, they don't even know each other, and they all prophesied I would be coming to Africa, preaching among thousands of people, feeding orphanages and everything. So I said, okay, Daddy, so that's how this stuff is gonna come to pass. And there's another lady, she's an African lady, pastor prophetess. She wants me to come over there. And Apostle Solomon, one day he's going to come over here, and then another prophet, a prophet I know, he's going to come to. He would have came to this conference that we're having, but he can't. But the next one I have, he's going to come, right? Of course, I would have to help him get here because that's a little pricey coming from Africa. I mean, putting somebody in a hotel, that's nothing. But them tickets from Africa could be thousands of dollars, y'all. So, the next one, when I have a bigger budget, and maybe 100 people come, he's going to come. And Apostle Solomon, he's going to come. And if you see, when you invite people to come from another country, you have to pay for their ticket, right? You got to pay for their meals when they come here, and you got to pay for their hotel. Plus, you have to give them a stifling, which is a ministry seed. So that could be costly. So, your budget got to be a little bigger. Just like when I come over there, they have to pay for me to come from America and put me up and feed me, right? And give me a stifling, which is a ministry seed, right? And then you usually collect it from the people, right? Like I say, a conference, I would collect a seed for him and a seed for the ministry, my ministry, and for him. So that's how you would pay his stifling, and then I add to his stifling, not just y'all, whoever was there. I would add to his stifling too, probably like 30% more, that way, because you got to appreciate the man of God and the woman of God when they come from another country. And even when they're here in the United States, you still got to pay for their ticket to come to your state, pay for their hotel, and feed them, and take up a ministry stifling for them. And then the ministry itself has to add at least 10 to 15% more to it. Because you have to appreciate the woman and man of God, because they take their time out to come to where you are, to preach for you and your people. So you have to take care of them. You can't expect them to pay their own way. If you're inviting them to come and preach, teach, you cannot expect them to fly themselves there, feed themselves, and pay for a hotel when you invited them. That's why don't invite people if you're not willing to sponsor them. Don't invite people if you're not willing to pay for that plane ticket, hotel, and food, and give them a nice ministry stifling. Don't do it. Only do it when you're prepared, because you can't expect people to come out their pocket and pay all of this stuff to come to speak where you are, and all you want to do is give them a donation. You got to sponsor the whole thing. So I will never invite anybody if I don't have the money or the budget in the ministry to pay for them to fly, hotel. Because if you invite me, you got to pay for my ticket, my hotel. Now, if you can't feed me, I can feed myself, but you're gonna pay for my ticket and you're gonna pay for my hotel stay. Period. Else I'm not coming, because nothing's coming out of my pocket unless the Lord tell me. Because He told me there would be times like small churches, because okay, we're gonna use not TDJ. Okay, we're gonna use TDJ. Pat used to go to a very well-known church down here before I came here, and they invited TD Jakes, and they had to pay him $25,000 ministry stifling fee. All right, $25,000 plus they had to pay for his ticket, first class round trip, right? His hotel and a voucher for food, plus $25,000. Pat couldn't even get in her own church. That's how crowded it was. Do you know that church went bankrupt a year after him? Bankrupt. That's why I said, if you cannot, they had to take a loan to pay his fee. Ain't no man that got that important. You got to take a loan to pay their fee. So if I can't afford you because you're so big in your britches right now, or big in your panties, I ain't inviting you, because my church is not gonna go bankrupt trying to have somebody come. Jamal Bryant, same thing. Somebody invited him somewhere down here, and the church went bankrupt maybe 6 months to a year later. If TD Jakes was that important and Jamal Bryant was that important, then why did the church go bankrupt, y'all? Why did the church go bankrupt? The church should have flourished. So don't invite nobody you can't afford. It's just not gonna happen, because you're gonna have to sponsor their trip, the whole thing. So Lord told me a long time ago there would be times he would have me sponsor my own trip for small churches. Okay, because that was a big church. So let's say there's a small church that want to invite TD Jakes back in the day. They could never invite him because they could not afford him, right? And when you bring people like how TD Jakes used to be, it's supposed to enlarge a church. But those two churches went bankrupt. Whenever you invite somebody that's a big known televangelist, your church is supposed to prosper after they leave, not go bankrupt. Don't take out loans to pay a fee, astronomical $25,000 fee, right? So my thing is, if I can't afford you, you're not coming. But there'll be times when God will allow me to go to these smaller churches that can't pay what they need to pay, and I would sponsor my own self there. He told me that. So whenever he tell me to do that in the future, I'll do it. But if he ain't telling me not to, you got to pay for my plane ticket, my hotel, and food voucher. If you can't do the food voucher, I'll do it myself. And then check this out. What if I have an assistant, which I probably will, that's dedicated to the ministry? Like wherever I go, she gonna go. I'm praying it's one of my daughters, because I really don't want anybody else but kinfolk. But if it's not one of my daughters, then I was thinking it would be Sister Pat, but no, because I know she's going to get married eventually. So that way, that ain't going to work. So I'm hoping it's one of my daughters, but if not, then God will send the person to me, or show the person to me. So they would have to pay for my assistant to come with me and pay for her hotel. Hey, that's how we go. So that's for all you ministry people out there. What time is it? Okay, I got a few minutes. It say only 54 people watching. Where's the people at? My last two lives only had like 2,000 and something. Where's the people? Is it because I haven't uploaded nothing in almost 3 weeks? There's a reason for that. I'll be uploading again soon, but certain videos I'm not going to be uploading. Some videos that I already have that I want to upload, I've gotten permission, from people. And then from now on, under my videos, when I upload other people's videos, I'm just going to be putting, please DM me at my business, Yahoo email if you want me to give you credit or if you want me to take it down, because I was talking to somebody about that and he told me that's what he does. So, y'all going to see my business email, and that's only business. You don't send no prayers or dreams. And people, I don't understand why people so hard-headed. How many times have I told y'all, do not send me nothing there but business, but y'all still going to send me prayers and you get your feelings hurt because I tell you, I'm not going to pray for you. And I told you where to send it. And then they'll go and send it where I tell them. People so hard-headed. All right. So I'm going to be putting that under there. So if anybody ever see their video on here and they want me to take it down, they can email me. If they want credits, they can email me, because people, if they see your video, I've had 3 people see their video up, and I explained to them I got it from Instagram from somebody else's channel. And they understood, and they gave me a chance to take it down. Then Rockstar, y'all know Rockstar, he's a voice narrator over other people's videos. He gave me a chance to take, I had to think like 8 or 9 of his videos. He gave me a chance, like 7 days, to take his down, because I actually emailed him and told him I see his videos all over Instagram and TikTok under other people, and he knows it, and he's trying to stop people from uploading his videos, but it's hard, and so he gave me a chance to take him down, and I emailed him and thanked him and everything. He gave me like 7 days to take them all down. I think it was like 8 or 9 of them, and then 3 other people had hit me up through the comments and had asked me to remove them because they didn't want to give me a copy strike. But then this one person, y'all remember that video from Australia with the big old bug? She claimed that video, but it was on another Instagram channel where he claimed it and it said he made it, right? And we could share it. But this other woman, I think YouTube put it through copy, because YouTube can do it manually. They can run your videos if they choose to run your videos. And I think YouTube ran that video and the copyright came up. So I had emailed the lady and told her, and then the Lord told me, he said, she's not going to respond to you. She's not going to have them take it down. She's not going to have them take that strike off of you. He told me, and I heard him say, to each his own, meaning what she did to me is going to be returned to her tenfold, because I reached out to her and I was real nice to her. I got it from somebody else's channel. He's claiming it. I even told her, she still didn't take the strike away from me. So Daddy said, to each his own. So it's going to happen to her, and it's going to be worse. Like if somebody had my video, like that girl that got that channel dedicated to Celestial, and she got a lot of videos about me using my stuff. Me and Celestial could take her channel down in a heartbeat. A heartbeat. All it takes is 3 strikes, but I don't care. I let God handle that. And if I see my video on somebody else's channel, like Brother Johnny used to upload my videos, and sometimes I would let him keep them, and sometimes I would ask him to take them down, and he would listen to me. So if I see my video on somebody else's channel and I don't want it there, I'm going to leave them a comment and ask them to take it down. And if they don't take it down within like 7 days, and God tells me go ahead and do a copyright strike to get it off, then I will do it. But me, I'm going to give you a chance. I'm going to give you like a week, because I know how it is to get a strike. Those things last 90 days. 90 days, and sometimes you could get 2 strikes within them 90 days, and all it takes is 1 more and you're finished. So I wouldn't want nobody's channel finished just because they have a video of mine up. I mean, I don't mind y'all sharing my videos, but give me credit. So that's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start giving people credit. I didn't give anybody credit because most of the time on the videos you could see the handles. You can see the Instagram handles, or you can see the TikTok handles. So that's why I never put anything under there, and I'm still not. I'm just going to say, if you want credit, just DM me. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't want nobody's channel taken down just because of my video. I don't mind people sharing my videos that I make on here. Just give me credit. Just put my name and my YouTube channel. That's it, so people could find me, because there may be other stuff on my channel that they need to see that they can't see. So if you guys have my videos on your channels, I don't mind. But just say, this is Apostle Rosalind Solomon. Here's her YouTube handle, in case you want to see other things about her. If I see that you don't have my name and my handle there, then I'm going to reach out to you and ask you to put my name and handle there, or I'll give you 7 days to take it down. I would not want to be responsible for somebody losing their channels over copyright strikes. I wouldn't. Because I remember back in the day, YouTube didn't really do that much. But now they got this AI system where they put your videos through, right? And I don't even know how they come up with a copyright. Because when I make my videos, I don't put nothing about a copyright. You know what I mean? So I don't even know how you could put. I'm gonna look into that. How you could put copyrights on your videos. I'm gonna look into that, because I didn't even know that you could do that on YouTube. Put copyrights on your videos. So if somebody played them and it comes up in their AI system, whatever they're using, what YouTube will do is they will automatically give you a strike. Or they will reach out to the person, and then the person will be like, okay, I'll give them 7 days. Like Rockstar gave me 7 days to take down all of mine. And okay, and then when the person, so sometimes the person doesn't even give you the strike. YouTube does. They put it through the algorithm. I mean, if you're targeted or whatever, they'll put your video through the thing, and they find a copyright. They automatically strike you. They don't even reach out to the person. They don't even reach out to the person, and then they'll tell you you got this strike, and they'll tell you the video, and they'll give you the person's email. And that's how I was able to email the lady, but God told me she was never going to respond. To each his own. But the Rockstar guy, he worked with me. So like, I don't care if you guys upload my videos, because my videos help people. My videos get people delivered. Just put my name, Apostle Rosalind Solomon, and put my handle. Now, if you putting a bad video about me and the Lord tell me to strike your butt, I'm going to do it. But as far as that other girl, God said, leave her to him. Because that's that same chick from 5 years ago. So that's what I'm going to do. And anyway, any videos that anybody make about me that's bad, they don't affect me any. They used to affect me, but they don't bother me anymore, because I've already came to terms that people are always going to have something bad to say about you. The higher you go in God, the more people are going to come against you. The higher you go in God, the higher levels you go, the bigger the demons are. So, somebody always going to have something bad to say. And me, and a lot of people are starting to learn that the Holy Spirit is the wife of God, and she's a she, because the scriptures in the Bible. A lot of people are starting to realize we are reincarnated beings, because people be sending me videos all the time. Apostle, they saying what you said. Right? And that Yadaboff is... and Satan and Lucifer. That's why you only see the word Lucifer in the Bible one time, because he's a different entity. And I don't believe you see Satan in the Bible at all, because he's a different entity. So people starting to believe what I'm teaching, because it's tangible. It's in the book of Nim. It's in this Bible, that Bible. You know what I mean? So I'm starting to get, me and God starting to get our props, But there's still going to be people that fight against reincarnation, fight against the Ruach being God's wife and being our mother. It's because many people still don't, although many do know, many people don't know. So whenever God, because I know when I first start going in churches and having conferences, I'm not going to be preaching about reincarnation and Mama Ru and Daddy being black right away. I don't want to be thrown out. Daddy told me, he said they'll toss you out. Right? So I'm going to be going in there speaking on a lot of other good things, and then as I wean my way in, then I can start talking about, and then there may be some churches and conferences where I could just come right out with it, because a lot of people are known about it, right? But as long as I'm teaching things that people are not comfortable with and that they feel convicted, they're going to come for me. They're going to call me false apostle, false prophet. I don't hear witch too much anymore, but some still may call me that, and we know that I'm not these things, and I rebuke and cancel those things. And anyone that says those things, they're just going to wind up eating their words like somebody eats an Oreo cookie, right? So I come to the point in life that people are going to always talk about you. They're always going to have something bad to say about you. Then you got a lot of haters. You got a lot of jealous people. You got narcissist people. You got Jezebels. You got Korahs. You got Ahab. You got covetous people. You got plenty of witches. You got plenty of nefarious people. So there's always going to be somebody. I'm almost finishing the book of Acts, right? Paul went through so much, it's ridiculous. And I already knew it because I read the book of Acts before, but Paul went through so much, it is ridiculous. They called him every name in the book. They tried to kill him. Look what they did to our Messiah. They called him every name in the book. They tried to kill him, right? So if they tried to do it to our Messiah and they tried to do it to Paul and John and all the rest of them, what makes you think they're not going to do it to us? And then y'all said we would do greater things than him. So that means we would have greater prosecution than he did. And the apostles. Right? So you're just going to have to get thick-skinned like the apostles and Messiah had. We're just going to have thick skin. And depend on God, just like the Messiah and Paul and all of them did. You know, depend on God and have thick skin. Thick skin, because look what happened to Paul. I think it's in Acts 27 or 28. That snake, that black mambo, bit him. He should have dropped dead right then and there. And it says that the Israelites were looking for him to swell and die. And when he didn't die, guess what they said? They said he's a God. He's a man of God. So then guess what he did? God let him heal all the diseases and sickness within 7 days. He stayed on that island and healed almost all the people on the island. And he had no more problems. He went from island to island to island. They wanted him. They fed him. They housed him. They gave on to him. When he left each island, he left richer and richer. But it took God sending a black mamba to bite him to show that he's a God in God. Okay? And it changed the whole perspective. And the only reason why they never got to kill him is because he was a Roman. Romans were very important back then, and Greeks. So when they found that he was from Sicily and he was a Roman, the governors, the chief, the kings wouldn't touch him. They freed him. Because you couldn't kill a Roman or a Greek back then. Right? So, like all this stuff I'm going through, God keep proving I'm his. He does miracles through me, healings, all kinds of stuff. He has me help people in financial ways, all kinds of stuff to prove I'm his. The same thing we got. He kept doing miracles after miracles, healings after healings, blessings after blessings to show people Yah was his son. And Yah was here for a purpose and a reason. Every time they tried to kill Yah, they couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Every time they tried to bring him down, God just lifted him up more. So God will do that with all of us, all of you who are in ministry and not in ministry. And I gotta keep it with the time. And going through prosecution after prosecution. Don't worry about it, because God is always going to lift you up. He's always going to bless you. He's always going to come forth for you. He's always going to show you you're his, and he's going to make the people who slander you, talk bad about you, could write articles, make videos, he's going to shame them. And they're so prideful and narcissists, they're still going to leave the stuff there. They're not going to take it down until God really strikes their butts. You know what I mean? Because I've seen videos there are no more of that's about me, but it's still some out there. You know what I mean? So when you're going through prosecution, people are harassing you. If you have a platform on here and somewhere else and you're being harassed, it's all right. It's going to stop because everything has an expiration date. The Lord told me that. Harassment, witchcraft, anything that anybody's doing to you has an expiration date. And if they don't stop by that time, they're going to be judged harshly by the hand of the Most High. Heck, he will use Yahweh to judge them. So don't worry about it. If you're going through it, they messing with your channels, they messing with this, they messing with that, they messing with you in the church. You know, the parishioners are leaving because they believe what somebody else say. People are unsubscribing to you because they believe what somebody else is saying. It's okay. I taught y'all about the shaming rituals. We, as children of God, go through shaming rituals. where you feel shame, but you shouldn't feel shame. But that's what they call them. Like like people are embarrassing you. They're making videos about you. They're making articles about you. They're gossiping about you in the church. You're losing subscribers, or people behind the platform is messing with you and taking your subscribers away and doing this and doing that. Even people that work for these platforms will leave bad comments under your video to harass you, to make you think it's other people, but it's really them trying to run you off the platform. They do all kinds of stuff on Facebook and other platforms in here. You know what I mean? So you can't let it get to you. You got to keep it moving and just pray, and God will handle it, because everything has an expiration date. Everything. And if the person or entities or whatever it is does not stop, trust me, judgment will fall, and it will be very harsh. Just like if you and I was going after somebody and we didn't stop, and God was giving us a chance, and that expiration time came, that hourglass ran out, you and I would get it. And everything we did to that person will come back upon us tenfold, worse than it could ever be, like a boomerang effect. And then you can't say, why did this happen to me? You know why it happened to you, and you didn't stop, and you was given a chance, and you didn't stop. You didn't stop. So all of you who are going through prosecution right now, hey, it's a part of the package. It's a part of the program, and God could be allowing Satan to do a shaming ritual. See, it's not God doing the shaming ritual; it's Satan doing it. And what happens is he can sense and know when somebody is jealous of you, or if they're a witch, or a narcissist, or a Jezebel, or Ahab, whatever curvaceous, whatever spirit, or they want what you have, or they want your anointing. Satan senses it. So he sends demons to attach to those spirits and the people already. And he makes them come after you, because Satan can't use nobody but humans. Everything that's happening in this world right now, a human is behind it. So he sees you. Okay, you may want that person anointed, or you his witch, and you after that person's anointing. He will attach another demon to them and put them on assignment. If Satan wants to murder you because you sin, you fornicate, you having babies out of wedlock, he's going to send you a man to be your mate. But in actuality, he's your murderer. He sees you want a child. You have a child out of wedlock. He's going to send a demon with that child, a murder demon. You know how many kids are murdering their parents these days? And you will birth your murderer, or you will marry your murderer, or you will be sleeping with the enemy, which is your murderer. You see how many women are dead, especially black women, behind men killing them because they want to leave them, and they're killing the children. This military lady, she put her 5-year-old baby in a closet and left her there, never fed her, nothing like that. And she died. She took her all the way to Alabama from Georgia and left her in the woods. And for 3 months, it took them 3 months to find out she killed the baby. So when they went into the house and opened the closet, feces, urine, everything, they couldn't even stand to be in it. It was so stinky and filthy. 5 years old, starved her child. Why? Because her and her daddy broke up. Then she tried to kill herself, tried to drink chlorine and stuff like that. She went to a season of coma. She came out 2 weeks later. Daddy said, you ain't going to get off that easy. You're going to suffer. And they put her in prison for life. So let's pray she find God. Some parents need not to be parents. You know, so anybody could be your murderer. If you not living right, like I was just coaching somebody last night, my brother in the Lord, you know, him and his fiance about to get married, but I was singularly coaching him last night. And like I was telling him, you have to pray about anybody you meet that's a potential boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, whatever. You have to really pray. You just can't be laying down having sex with people. You just can't be shacking up with them. You can't be going to their house on the first date. You shouldn't even be going out with them after only talking to them for a week. Back in the day when I grew up, we would talk to dudes for 2 months before we went on dates with them. Dare not sleep with them until months later. I mean, I know that was wrong, but at least we waited. You know what I mean? Some of my girlfriends waited till they got married. You know, I waited till I got engaged. Right? So you can't be doing that stuff in this world. You can't be doing one night stands no more. You can't be meeting people on these dating apps. Very dangerous. People get murdered left and right. And if you do meet people on these dating apps, you need to be talking to them for a month or two. If they can't hang around, then hey, they not meant for you. You meet a dude, he want to sleep with you, no, run, boo. Run, boo, because if he had any respect for you, he'll hold out. He'll hold out. You definitely don't go to nobody's house. Like that little girl down here, 20 years old, son of a billionaire, white guy. Killed her. She went to his house. First date. He killed her. Spreaded her parts all over. And he's a son of a billionaire. Why would a son of a billionaire want to ruin his life in prison for the rest of his life? He got 55, 60 years. Why would he want to do that? He's a son of a billionaire. Because he had a murder spirit in him that was an assignment for her. You pray this prayer with me. Father, I'm not nobody's assignment in the kingdom of darkness. I'm only your assignment in the kingdom of heaven. I will not marry my murderer. I will not birth a murderer. Period. In Yeshua Jesus' name. Because this is how you got to be. And even the Lord, he told me, Rosalind, he said, tell my people to start praying. He said, for y'all, I already told y'all, he said to start praying that his power intervenes into the enemy's plans for this earth, right? But you also need to start praying, Father, in the name of Yeshua Jesus, let your power unalign the plans of the enemy for this earth. Let your plans underline their plans that they have for this earth. In Yeshua's name. And then he said, just always pray and ask him to intervene in everything on this earth. Ask him to intervene in every arena of your life. Any issues, any problems, ask him to intervene. And you can also say, Father, in the name of Yeshua Jesus, allow my angels and angelic hosts, I give them perpetual permission to intervene in all situations that I need help in, or I can't handle, or that they see coming before me. You can also ask God to intervene on offense and defense attacks that the enemy's trying to bring to you. And when I say enemy, I'm talking about his children, everything. You can also ask the angels, especially the warfare angels, to go before you to be victorious, to preempt any attacks the enemy's coming. It's not to say that some won't make them through, but it will not turn out the way the enemy wanted to. And always ask God to go into the realm of the spirit when you wake up. Father, in the name of Yeshua Jesus, go in the realm of the spirit and undo all untimely evil realms and what was the other dedication and alterations that the enemy has done in Yeshua's name. And then you speak over it and re-alter it and make it into righteous things for me and righteous timelines. Remove all evil timelines by the blood of Yeshua Jesus, the fire of the Holy Spirit, and make them righteous timelines. You will also ask your treasury angels to watch over your bank accounts, your investments, your money, anything of monetary value. Ask the treasury angels to watch over and guard it from the front, back, right, left, underneath, and on top. And seal up all cracks in your life. Seal up all cracks in the spiritual realm over you. Seal up all cracks in your house. This prevents attacks. Some will still get through, but they won't be as bad as they was meant to be. But it will stop a lot of them. Especially if you're living right. Now, if you're not living right, you got sins, it ain't going to stop much. So you have to be as sinless as possible. Nobody's perfect. That's why every day you wake up, Father, in the name of Yeshua Jesus, any sins I did in my sleep, please forgive me. And you cover it so tight, you know. And then and night before you go to bed, you pray the same thing, Father, if I had any thoughts, if I got angry, whatever. Even when you're out in the street and you feel like you did something wrong, repent. Repent. Because if you don't repent, your cup is going to build, and spill over, and the devil could come for you. If you repent, your righteous golden cup in heaven that they talk about Revelations will fill. And then eventually, you'll be up there with your daddy, sitting on his lap. That's what you'll do. I have to keep up with the time. Okay, I got 7 minutes. That's what you will be doing. Hello. Hey, Tina. Never trust them dating. Didn't I tell y'all 7 years ago, God said, don't get on dating apps. Do not look for your spouse on a dating app. He said, wait on him. I gave y'all this prophecy 7 years ago. And look what's happening. It's coming to pass. Don't. Look, I know some people. There's a person in my family. Found their person on Facebook. and it's working out, right? And I know other people, there's a few. I even know a couple of people that got married. One of them, they're going through a divorce. But the other two, as far as I know, they still good, right? So I'm not saying you can't, some good things could come from it, but the Lord had told me to tell people to stay away from them and let him naturally find one for you. Because let me tell you something, these murderers that are on assignment, Satan will lead them to them apps. You dealing with people that's just coming out of prison. You dealing with people with mental health. You dealing with people who have abusive demons. You dealing with people who have anger problems. You dealing with men and women that could have killed somebody already and just got away with it, or they just got out of prison. There used to be this phone number, but it doesn't exist anymore, but it was in Jersey. Every time, my friend gave it to me because she worked for the courts. Every time I had met a dude, I called that number, and if you could get their date of birth and somehow get their social security number, you could find out everything about them. And I will always wind up getting it, and I will find out if the person had a record, anything. But I don't think it exists anymore. But and you don't know who you talking to on a day. They got a lot of traffickers that traffic women and traffic men, right? And could even use you to traffic your children. I mean, you gotta be careful. Like one of my daughter's friends, she works in this exclusive restaurant, and she's a very beautiful girl. My daughter's friend, very beautiful, very shapely. Haven't had a boyfriend in 4 years because she don't want to deal with the men right now. She gets $900 tips in a day. She'll get a $500 tip in a day, $400 tip. That's how she's just dropped. She's just so gorgeous, right? And there's this guy that's been coming in there for 2 months. Every time he come in there, he give her $2,000. Once a week, he come in there. He keep inviting her to go to casino with him. He would sponsor it. Go to the Caribbean with him. So I prayed about it. God said, tell your daughter to tell her friend, do not trust him. His agenda is not good. He just came in there last week and gave her $2,000 and told her, he says, if you don't stop going out with me, I'm going to have to stop coming in here sponsoring you. And my daughter she said, okay, because I warned her. If you saw this, my daughter is gorgeous too. But if you saw the friends that my daughter hang out with, they all beautiful. I never seen nothing in my life. Every time you show me one of your friends, it's so gorgeous. She even got friends down here I met. Gorgeous, right? But this girl is just gorgeous. She's half Spanish and half black. I said, I feel that man wants to traffic her. Because that's what they do. It was a chick down here. She dated a guy for 5 months. He took her to the parents' house. Supposedly, it was a trafficking house. Had 14 other girls in it. And they trafficked her for 6 months before they found that house in Atlanta. He dated her 5 months, y'all. So you got to be careful with these people you meet on these apps and outside these apps. Because they have agendas and they're devils. They could play you for as long as needed. And if you're a beautiful woman or a beautiful man, they say that beauty is a blessing, but beauty can sometimes be a curse. If you're a beautiful woman, a beautiful man, and you ain't living right, if you're living right, God got you. But if you're not living right, your chances of being trafficked is high. Best if you live in Georgia, Texas, Arizona, parts of New York, parts of Cali. You know what I mean? The more beautiful you are, the more they want to traffic you. And don't have a shape. Don't have a shape. You know what I mean? And they taking women 50, 60 years old because they think they're younger than that, because they may look younger than that. So that's why every morning you pray, you be like, Father, I thank you in the name of Yeshua Jesus that the spirit of trafficking will not know my bloodline, will not know my family, will not know me, will not know people under my ministry, because I pray that for you, or will not know anybody in my generation. Trafficking, slaughter, ritual sacrifices. You could put rape and attempted rape, spiritually and physically. You thank God that he covers you for these things, and that the angels are all around you and shield you. Because look, all you really need is one angel I mean, many people got multitudes of angels, but all you need is one. And I'm going to tell you why. Your angel is such a bad mamma jamma that they could spread one angel, spread all around you. Be in the front, back, right, left, on top, and can see under. One. That's how bad God's angels are. That's how fierce they are. All you need is one. And if he's a big one, because all angels are big, but some are huge, like Archangel Michael, Raphael, Jafriel, was it Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Jafriel? Yeah, the four that be around me, huge. Okay, so all you need, and then I got 2 guardian angels. You know, I may have more than that, but like 10 years ago, I was told I had like 2, and then another prophet told me I had like 10. I don't know if that's true, but I can see the 2. And then you got the warfare. Oh yeah, Apostle Solomon. Remember y'all? He said he saw 2 to the right, to the left of me. All you need is one, and that one angel will cover you all over. Then on top of that, you got God, the Holy Spirit, and the Ruach. Then on top of that, you got the good spirits. They call it the cosmos. They watch over the earth and everything. Then you got the people who have made it to heaven praying for you as well. And then you got other creations up there in heaven we don't even know about that's praying for you. Right? Because you living right. If you live right, you will be protected. You will live your life. You will live the allotted time you were meant to come here. Unless God see you down the line messing up, then he'll snatch you. But if he see you doing everything you're supposed to do, you will live. If you meant to live to 100, 120, 130, because some go to 130, you know, however long you meant to live, you will live. And even when you in your 100, if you 180, 90, 100, 110, 120, you could still be youthful like our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Joseph, and all the rest of them, King David and Solomon. They look good when they was old. That's the Abraham. What was Abraham? 672 when he died. And he looked good. He was still having babies. You know he had 6 babies after Sarah died? 6 to 8 babies. What? Seriously, right? Oh no, that wasn't Abraham. That was Noah, who lived to be 672. I think Abraham lived to be 110 or 20, something like that. But he had 8 kids. Look at Job. Job was like 80 years old when those attacks happened to him. And God gave him back all 8 of his kids through his wife. And you know she had to be about 60 or 70. Right? So age ain't nothing but a number in the kingdom of heaven. Remember Aaliyah said, age ain't nothing but a number. Okay? So in the kingdom of God, age ain't nothing but a number. You know what I mean? So if you live good and you live for God, hold up. I gotta go. Amen. So if you live good for God and you live righteous and do what you're supposed to do, man, people won't be able to tell your age. They'll be guessing, you know, and then if they find out, they'll be shocked. And then not just your age, your insides will start to get healthy. I notice when you follow God and you live righteous, even your insides get healthy. And even if the enemy try to feed you in your dreams or send a sickness arrow, it won't affect you. And if it does, it'll go away just like that. Because when you become so righteous with God and you repent day in and day out as needed, the righteousness of God and the glory of God fills up your organs. Fills up your blood, fills up your chakras, your spirit, your soul, your heart, your mind. And everything about you just radiates in God. And you become part of the Shekinah glory, which is the Ruach, because she's in your spirit, dictated to your soul. And God and Yeshua is in your heart as kings, right? Ruling, right? And then when you start having the mind of Christ, you start to get peace. Even if demons is messing with you, right? Even if you're dealing with demons, physically and spiritually, they won't even be able to affect you anymore. They won't even be able to bring you low anymore. You'll stay high constantly. Even if they can do the most messed up stuff to you, you'll chalk it off and stay up high, because you realize once you get up there, once Daddy says, come up here, once you get up there with him and you see how good it is up there, you ain't letting nothing bring you down. I don't care how bad it is. I don't care if you're dealing with like sex demons, pornography demons, and whatever they try to do to you. It won't matter. You will still stay high in God. Because once you get a taste of that up there, you don't want to, you like, okay, I'm not letting nothing bring me down. I'm not letting nothing bring me down. And then you get so high with God, he won't let nothing bring you down. You could be living with demons all up in your house, in your body, all around you, in your family. They will not affect you. They will do all kinds of things to affect you, but it won't affect you because even God will stop it from affecting you. And then that's how you get deliverance. Being up there with God, because eventually the spirits and the demons and even witches, warlock, people who you dealing with, they can't handle God. He's full of fire, like the Bible said. They can't handle him. And eventually they'll start feeling the heat from him. And guess what will happen? The Lord showed me. Do you know his fire melts demons? They don't always get thrown in the black wormhole that I saw in heaven. Do you know God's fire can literally melt a demon within you, and it will come out of you through your breath, through tears, through farts, pissing, pooping, whatever. I'm sorry. But it will come out, or nothing will happen. It will just evaporate because his fire is so powerful. And see, those of you, because a lot of you been inboxing me, asking me for help. Especially on TikTok for Incubus, Succubus, right? And I've been helping people. But the way to get rid of them, because they're all energy, the way to get rid of them is only through the fire of the Most High, or he'll send fire through someone to cast the demon out. And like me, he has visited people in the night and took the demons out, because a couple of ladies told me this, right? So it's only him and his power and fire. So you want to be as high as possible with God. So you ask him to help you to be as high as you possibly can be in him, because eventually those type of demons, they will vanquish, they will melt away, or Yah will come and pull them out with ease. And another thing with those kind of demons, when they come out, they want to rip you up inside. They want to tear you up inside so that you'll be no use to God, and that if you did live, you would be suffer from sicknesses. That's what they want to do. They're not fair demons at all. They don't come out like the rest of them. They want to tear you up inside. They want to do damage. They want to leave everlasting damage, because they know once they come out, they're finished, right? So only God can really get these things out with ease, and that nothing happens to you, and that you live, and that you're fallible for God. So if you're dealing with these type of powerful demons, also drug demons are the same thing. Cancer demons, all kinds of infirmity demons. So you would have to be very high in God for him to vanquish those things, melt those things, burn them literally out of you. I've had people that I dealt with that told me that God delivered them, and they didn't feel nothing. They just woke up and they was delivered. They didn't see God do anything. They just woke up and the problem was just gone. And that's what he will do. He'll put you in a deep sleep and do it that way. Do spiritual surgery on you. You sleep, don't even know it. And he don't even have to do it. Y'all don't even have to do it. No, the Ruach. They can send angels, because they have deliverance angels to just deliver you. But you have to be up high with God. And you have to be a repenter day in and day out. And you have to live righteous. Spend at least 2 hours how you do with God. Stay and fasting when led. Live right. Sow your seeds, your tithes, give to people, feed people, donate here, do this, do that. No covetousness. Y'all all know the deal. And if you don't know all sins, then just Google what are all the sins that Yah died for us, and what is the 7 deadly sins. I talk about the 7 deadly sins and all the sins in my first book called How to Get to Heaven, and that's on Barnes and Nobles and Amazon. So if you want to know about all the sins, you could get that book, right? And I have powerful prayers in there against Incubus and Succubus. I have a divorce prayer in there for Incubus, Succubus, a good repentance prayer, a good chakra prayer. That's one of my best books, and it was my first book, and it's called Notes on How to Get to Heaven, and it's on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles under Apostle Rosalind Solomon. That's a very good book to get, because that book was written because of all the deliverance that God had took me through. So everything in that book is very powerful, and you will get deliverance, because it's the same God line that God used to deliver me of many things. And that's why that book was written. Right. And that was my first book. And I have 160 books. And that was my first book. And I still got about 30 books that I haven't even worked on to publish that I wrote years ago and need to edit and stuff like that. Right. So, and I would have had 200 books, but when, Amazon transferred over to Kindle, a lot of my books got lost in the transference, but I still have them in my old computer, and that still got a little energy in it. So one day I'm gonna go in there and get them somehow, right? If not, oh well, God will give me the gift to rewrite them again, you know. Can I ask them to retrieve any money? Sure, I've done that prayer. Like when you get deliverance from ancestral demons. Oh, I gotta go, y'all, and just one more minute. When you get delivered from ancestral, foundational, DNA, bloodline, and generational demons. And when you get delivered from incubus, succubus, fornication demons, perverse demons, stuff like that, right? You can say, Father, in the name of Yeshua Jesus, everything that they took from me and my bloodline, going all the way back to Adam and Eve and past them, even in past lives, Father, may you give it back to me and my bloodline, or you just give it to me and bless it and wash it with the blood of Yeshua Jesus and tell me how to distribute it around, among my family and give it back to me with interest. See, I don't say triple fold, double fold. I say interest because it leaves it up to God how much he gonna give back extra when you say interest. And he'll start to slowly, start giving you things, and he'll tell you, okay, I want you to share this with this family member or that family member, this family member. And it's not just monetary stuff. It's wisdom, it's knowledge, it's discernment. He'll be like, I want you to share this wisdom with this one. Share this wisdom. I want you to pray with this one. I want you to intercede for this one. Because there's a lot of people in my family, they got cars that they wouldn't have got if God didn't use me to pray. They got healing that they wouldn't have got if God didn't use me to pray, because a lot of them is still heathens. Jobs, places to live. Some of my family members was homeless. Almost homeless. And God had me pray, and he gave me money to get them. And, they got roofs over their head. You know what I mean? So he can give you all the stuff back in all kinds of ways. It's not just money. It could be giftings. It could be anointing. It could be the soul of a family member that would not have normally come if you hadn't got delivered from them demons, because God chose you to be the general in the family, the deliverer in the family. So just don't think monetary. Think every arena of your life, he will give back. Marriages, you'll see people in your family that get married that normally couldn't get married. You'll get married. Sometimes he may bring back a spouse that you divorced, or somebody you was engaged to, or you was a boyfriend or girlfriend to, and y'all was meant to be. God will bring them back to you, in some circumstances. Like if you lost money in investments because of those demons, God will show you in dreams or vision, have somebody come to you and tell you, look, I want you to invest in so-and-so. Okay, like the bloodbath we had like 2 weeks ago, right? I mean, that was a bloodbath. That was bad. Many people who had to get out of crypto and the stocks because they needed the money because things had got hard for them, they were able to get back into the crypto. They were able to. So sometimes bad things that happen aren't always that bad. They could be a blessing in disguise, So God knew the enemy was going to do this bloodbath. But look how many people, they say $1 trillion got back into the market when even though they lost, I think they said they lost 8 trillion, but it came right back because of the retailers. So now, in order for the market to run, the institutionalized people have to come back. And they're going to come back because of Bitcoin. Because we had to have it already. And it usually takes 2 to 4 weeks for you to start seeing repercussions from the halving, right? So when that starts happening, this is not financial advice, no, I'm a guru. I just learned. And I listen to Johnny and Matthew and Uncle Larry and Keenan, and God talks to me, right? So Let's say Bitcoin, because I already called Bitcoin at 60 and 70, and it actually went to 72. Now I'm calling Bitcoin to be 80 or 90, right? So let's say it reaches 70, 75,000. Some people will sell, but the big institutions, they will start coming in, right? And for some reason, when the market's going up, everybody wants a piece of it. When the market is going down, nobody wants it. And that's the best time to buy, when the market is down. So when it goes high, you reap it. Why buy when it's high? You're not going to really reap, because chances are it's going to go back down again and you're going to lose. And then when it goes back up, you're really not going to gain anything, right? So when you see Bitcoin hit about 75, 80 grand, people are going to start selling. That's the retail. But what's going to hold Bitcoin up is the institutions are going to start buying into Bitcoin. And then, sometimes they brought that bloodbath and they will drop the market and they will say bad things about Bitcoin, but then they got Bitcoin, right? But they'll say bad things about the market so the market could drop so they could sweep it up. See, y'all gotta understand something. We are the market, the retail people. It's not even an institution. It's basically us. So when they put out bad stuff, what do people do? They freak out, they panic, and they panic sell. And they laughing all the way to the bank because they sweeping up those coins. They sweeping up Bitcoin. They sweeping up Ethereum, right? They just sweeping it up because y'all control the market and don't even realize it. If you would stop panicking, the market wouldn't drop. The market drops when the retail people panic. It's not the institution, because they know what's going on. They all in it. So if you stop panicking, the market would never drop. But they know you're going to do that so they can sweep up Bitcoin and Ethereum and whatever else they want real cheap. And then what do? Y'all fall out the market, right? Then as soon as you see the market going up, you get back in and you done lost all that money because you got out too soon. And you ain't going to recoup that money because you got in when it was high. You may make some money, but you're not going to recoup the loss that you gave in and cave in on. You're not going to do that. So when you see Bitcoin hit 75 to 80,000, people in the retail are going to sell. But that's when the institution is going to get in because they're going to see Bitcoin going to 90 to 100. I believe Bitcoin could make $100,000 before this year's out. That's what I feel in my spirit. And y'all know normally when I feel stuff in my spirit, it come to pass. I feel Bitcoin could make 100 grand this year. Heck, it can make more than that. But I definitely know it's going to hit 75 to 90 before this year's out. And when it hits 75 to 80, that's when retail going to start selling. And then that's when institutions are going to start going in because they see that 100 grand coming. Guarantee it. The Lord said it. The Lord said it. I don't have no Bitcoin. I had like 2,000 of it one time and another time, but I always cash it out for another coin because the new coin will come on the scene. I'll be like, you know what? I can make more money with this coin than I can put in the long run because I don't have a whole Bitcoin. So I just gave up on Bitcoin. Ethereum, I'll mess with that, but I gave up on Bitcoin. It's just too far for me right now. Unless God bless me with some big money and I can go and buy me one, then fine. But right now, it's just too far for me. Now, if somebody want to give me one, hey, but it's just too far for me. I never ever had Doge. All right, guys, I gotta go. I have the book Very Powerful. Amen. All right, so I'll see you guys soon. Look for me on Facebook tomorrow, Thursday. I'm going to be prophesying to people like I normally do when I get on there. And I'm going to try and get on Instagram because Saturday from 3 to 6, I'm on TikTok with Apostle. All right, and what else I was going to say? I forgot, whatever. But so YouTube, I will see you maybe one day definitely one day next week, and I'll start uploading in the future. But it won't be all the different kinds of videos. It will be different stuff like normal, but not a lot of other stuff. Because if I don't get permission from the person, I'm just not gonna do it. Okay. All right, so I'll see you soon. Keep me in prayer, the ministry and my channels, especially this one. All right, and that it stays as long as God wanted to stay and that I do what God want me to do. Okay, so love you guys. You have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Look for me on Facebook and Instagram, and then Saturday on TikTok. All of y'all should be on my TikTok. I know this is the thing. What you could do is let me show y'all. I don't show you, but I'm going to tell you so you can remember it. Hold on. You go to your, where is it? Okay, you go to your settings, right? Once you download TikTok, you go to your settings and then you go Then you go to apps, right? And then you would scroll all the way down to TikTok. Where's TikTok? Hold on. That's Studio T-Mobile. Where's TikTok? Wait, am I on that? I'm already on the phone. That phone I'm on is got TikTok. But you would go to TikTok, and then you would like put shoot, I would have to tell y'all, but I'm not on TikTok. You would have to put wait, let me try an app and see. I'll go to this one and see. Okay, you would go to TikTok. It has notifications. You would want notifications, so when someone comes live, you would know. It says permission, right? You click on permission. If you don't want TikTok to have permission to your camera, they got to have permission to your microphone if you want to be invited to come on live. But if you don't want to be invited to come online, you don't have to let them have permission to your camera, your contacts, your microphone, photos, and videos. You could take that all off and only leave microphone. That way they can't extract data from all those things. Like me, every time I go on TikTok and then I come off and I want to download my live, I go into the app and allow them permission for photos and videos temporarily, right? I'll say only when asked, right? And then I'm able to download. Then after I download, I go back in and take the permission away. That way they won't be collecting your data. It's called catch-up. So they won't be collecting, like they don't spy on your phone. They just get a lot of data from you. A lot of data, so if you do that and turn those things off on your TikTok, if you don't plan on ever being invited to like speak to somebody, right? You just turn everything off and just leave the microphone. They won't be able to collect no data at all. Now, if you want to speak to somebody, you got enough people to 1,000 people where you can speak to somebody, then you would turn the photo and video part on. That way you can come up, right? And then after you finish that TikTok, you go back and turn it off. That's how you keep them from collecting a lot of data from you. So you don't have to be on TikTok. I learned this from the Lord. He had me literally go through my phone. And that's the only reason why I came on TikTok, because he wanted me on TikTok. And now I see why, all the connections. I got like almost 6,000 people. I haven't even been on there a month yet, right? It's a lot of y'all and other people that's following me from being on Apostle Solomon and some of these other platforms I was on, right? So that's what you do. So all of y'all should be going over to TikTok following me. It's Apostle Rosalind Solomon. That's straight up. And you could go on my link tree. That's under all my lives and my videos that are 15 minutes long. The link tree's on in there. You click it and you will see my TikTok. And click on it and follow. And make sure you have notifications. So when I go live, you will see me. You will be notified that I'm going live. Because sometimes I forget to go on Facebook and sometimes I forget to go on Facebook and TikTok, Facebook and YouTube and let you know, right? Okay, so I gotta go. So I am a long way from. Well, what y'all could do is just follow each other. Follow each other. Like when y'all come on my TikTok, well, Saturday, y'all gonna want words, but when I have a TikTok again after Saturday, just click on each other's profile pic. And join. Click on each other's profile pic and join. And that's how y'all could get 1,000 followers, because y'all following each other. Click on the TikTok profile and follow each other. Brother Tony gave me that idea from Australia. Click on each other's profile. You could do that while I'm on the live, not Saturday, but after that. And join everybody. And that's how y'all build yourself up. See, I have so many followers because I have 500 or something on here. And then I got 20,000 something on Facebook, right? And then I got people on Instagram, right? And where else am I? Facebook is. Okay. And then people on TikTok following me, right? So that's why I'm able to get that, because I'm already established, you know. Okay, so I'll see you soon. Much love. Shalom.